Hello, this is Pastor Justin, and once again, we're back talking about influence. You know, that's God's design for all of us. It doesn't matter what your occupation or what your day-to-day living or job is. We're all called to influence. Above anything else, we're called to influence our world, meaning we have something in us that has the ability to affect, alter, and change the world around us. Remember, Jesus said, "You are the salt of the earth, and you are the light of the world." Later on there in Matthew chapter 5, he says, "Let your light shine before men, that they would see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Meaning, if people see my light, it's going to cause them to be attracted to the God that I serve. Over in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, he tells us, "You are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, and that you're called to walk in them." I tell you, we're called to walk in those good works. Why? Because they're to bring people to Christ. They're to bring people to a place where they know God and experience God. You know, I was thinking about a man, Moses, and how he influenced the generation he was in. And a lot of times when we think about Moses, we think that he's a type and shadow of a Messiah. You know, he was living in Egypt, which represents the world, but he was living as a free man in the world. So not just is he a Messiah that delivered God's people, but to me he represents a modern-day Christian, being free but yet living in the world. And there's something interesting about Moses. It said he went out and he saw the burdens of his brethren. You see, the people in Israel, they were his brethren. You know, just like the people in your world, he says, "I wish all men to be saved. I wish none to be perished. I wish none would perish." So that lets me know the people that are out there in the world, the brethren that are out there in the world, you know, the people that are lost, people that are dying, God wishes them to be saved. So that means God wishes them to be our brothers and our sisters in Christ. So when Moses went out and he saw the burdens of his brethren, it should be like us. What is there something in our society that is stirring you to be concerned with what's going on in the world? Because they're your brethren. It's not just the church over here, and that's us, and over here the world is them. No, they're our brethren. They're our brethren. You know, over in Acts chapter 17, it talks about the disciples and the apostles of that day, and it said, "These are they that turned the world upside down, and they've come here also." It talks about a people that have come and that were turning the world upside down. They were influencing the world around them. But it all started with a burning desire to see the world changed. I tell you, what is stirring you? Over in Acts chapter 17, verse 16, it says, "As Paul looked across Athens and he saw the idolatry," it said his spirit was stirred. Just like Moses, his spirit was stirred when he saw the burdens of his brethren, those that were lost, those that were in bondage. And Paul, he saw the idolatry of Athens. You know, his spirit was stirred. What is stirring your spirit? Is your spirit stirred when you see homeless people? Is your spirit stirred when you see broken marriages? Is your spirit stirred when you see the high schools that are lost and people that are dying, making bad choices and bad decisions? What is stirring your spirit? Because I'm telling you, God has called us to influence them. God has called us and created us to influence the world around us. I tell you, let's do our job. Let's go influence the world. But first, you have to gain a burning in your heart, a burning desire for the people that are in the world. I tell you, they're your brethren. God's wished all men to be saved. Let's go touch our world. Let's go touch and change our world and be salt and light to our world. We love you guys. Have a great day, and God bless.